Errol Spence on Showtime gave a lot of people some hope that the Terence Crawford fight could be next. In fact, that's what I'll talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Come in and smash the like button. We are back. Now, Errol Spence was supporting his boy, Man Down Promotions, Frank Martin, also coached by his trainer, Derek James. And Frank Martin was victorious, got a last round knockout victory. Good stuff. I thought he looked sharp. Now, as far as Errol Spence, he did give a lot of hope to people who are expecting or want to see the fight with Terence Crawford. In fact, this is what he said. Roll the clip.
Wondering what's going on with you and Terence Crawford. This fight gonna happen?
I think it's gonna happen. We both want to fight. I want to fight. He wants to fight, and you know, it's going down to negotiations. So I definitely gonna get the fight this year, and we're gonna score off this year with the biggest fight in boxing.
It is the biggest fight in boxing. Where and when, if you were guessing?
I don't know where. I don't know when, but it's definitely gonna be this year.
All right. We look forward to that. Thanks for taking the time, Errol.
Thank you. No problem.
It's coming up. We just don't know when, Morrow.
All right, Jim, a stellar 6 months of the boxing calendar, and boy, that would put a nice big cherry on the Sunday that is the Sweet Science in 2022. Errol Spence Jr., Terence Crawford. Let's get it done as we continue to get it done here.
So you guys heard it from the horse's mouth. He said, I think it's going to happen. And he said he thinks it's going to happen this year. And, you know, me right now, I'm just paraphrasing, but that's why I played the audio for you guys so you guys can hear it. So he sounds very optimistic that the fight can be made. And, you know, on my channel, I strive to give you guys reliable and accurate information. So that's why I want you guys to hear it out the horse's mouth. So with Errol saying this gave a lot of people hope that this could, in fact, be next. You know, Terence Crawford. There's just been a lot of speculation one way or another as to what's taking so long. And I told you from the beginning on my channel, I keep it very consistent. That's who I am as a person. You know, my dad was in the military, so I was raised a military brat. And, you know, there's a chain of command, order of operations, that kind of thing. And I told you, usually when the negotiations are not so public, so you don't know, oh, this guy was offered this guy was offered this, and this guy said this. That's how to be honest, that's how you get the fight to not happen. And the main culprit in boxing that I see doing that is probably Eddie Hearn, where Eddie Hearn will constantly profess and talk about the fights before they even, like, he'll say, I want to see, and everything's a clout chase. Everything is, oh, Demetrius Andrade, I want to see him fight Charlo. The fight never happens. I want Derek Chisora to fight Deontay Wilder. Just said that after Derek Chisora beat Kubrat Pulev, as if anyone wants to see the Wilder fight be off of that performance, right? Or saying Dillian White, I want him to fight against Wilder. Dillian White, I want him to fight Andy Ruiz. Dillian White, I want to fight him against Luis Ortiz. Conor Benn, I want him to fight Broner. Danny Garcia, Keith Thurman, yada, yada, yada. And to this day, as of me recording this video, none of these fights have happened. So when Errol Spence and Terence Crawford went silent and you didn't really hear much of the negotiations, many people elected to take it on themselves and kind of basically just make up what was happening. And everybody is claiming a source, and everybody's saying, I know what's going to happen and this and that. And you didn't see that from me on my channel, because at the end of the day, I told you, for one, it's not that serious. And I know the order of operations. I've been in boxing long enough. And at the end of the day, there's really no rush. Do I want to see the fight? Absolutely. Is this a great fight, meaningful fight? Absolutely. But, you know, truth be told, I got a life outside of just boxing. You know what I mean? Like, I'm working towards my purpose in this world, you know what I mean? And there's other things outside of just covering boxing. So it's really not that big of a rush. Like, again, I want to see the fight. I think it's a great fight. Can't wait to break it down. Can't wait to see it, that type of thing. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose sleep over negotiations and things like that. And a lot of people, you know, in the process, they lose their head and, you know, say Crawford's delaying the fight or Errol Spence don't want the fight. And it's just, where's that even coming from? So with Errol saying that on national TV, on Showtime Live, it sounds like they know something, because Errol Spence even laughed. Jim Gray says, when and where can we expect a fight? And Errol kind of paused like he was almost caught off guard, and he just laughed at first. And you guys, if you don't believe me, I put the audio in there so you guys can hear. He kind of laughed and said, I don't know when, I don't know where, but I do think the fight will happen this year. And that's good, because this is what both fighters have said they wanted for a while, and the fans want it. So I think it's right. And the other thing I noticed in boxing is we live in such a microwave society where people are insanely impatient and have like the attention spans of a toddler. It's so crazy, because it looked like Crawford becoming a free agent bettered the chances of this fight happening. And then I seen people reroute and start talking about Errol needs to fight his IBF mandatory Jaron Ennis. Of course, that's a good fight, but this is the fight everyone said they wanted, which was Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, right? I seen people saying Terence Crawford need to fight a Keith Thurman tune-up or Virgil Ortiz or just whoever, Conor Benn. I'm like, why? I thought, boxing fans, out of all sports, I think boxing fans are some of the most fickle. They tell you they want to see this, and people claimed even that Errol Spence was ducking and holding up the fight and prolonging the fight and stagnating the fight and didn't want the fight. And then it looks like we get closer and closer, and then you see some of those opinions change, and they start trying to shift gears into other fights, like saying Errol need to fight Jaron Ennis. Like, what is that? Where does that even come from? I understand he's a mandatory and everything, but you can only fight one person at a time. So I'll be glad, because I think this is a legacy fight. This is the booming fight everybody wants to see. And no disrespect to Jaron Ennis or anybody else at the welterweight. These are the last two remaining people with belts. They're the last men standing. So I've always been a proponent and advocate for unifications and also undisputed scenarios, because then it's like laying down the law, and you absolutely have an end-all be-all. You have one person, a supreme being in the division that can rightfully say, I toppled the hill. I beat everybody with a belt, etc. Especially Errol Spence's path, because he beat champions. Like if he fights Crawford and beats him, that's an amazing run, because he didn't fight for any vacant belts, or he didn't fight a guy that had two belts. He literally one by one, and not enough people are talking about this, but leave it to me on my channel to talk about this. He literally one by one went after each champion and took their belt from them when they were active champions on title defenses / unifications. Or like in the Kell Brooks situation, he was the mandatory, so it wasn't a unification, but Sean Porter was a unification. And then of course the Ugas fight coming off the Pacquiao win. So brave stuff from Errol Spence. I just want to see the fight. I'll keep you guys posted, any information that I see or hear, and let's get it on. Mills Lane, rest in peace. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest of boxing. I'm out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with a $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.